What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duval here, back with some more Grand Theft Auto 6 videos for you guys. So today I'm actually checking out the website. So yeah, we're on it right now, loaded it up. Let's go. So they have the link for trailer 2, the nice Miami Vice City type colors that we're used to. Look at that transition, absolutely beautiful. Let me just stop getting distracted. So coming May 26th, 2026, we know this. Only 2 systems. That fading transition is beautiful. Vice City, USA. Jason and Lucia have always known the deck is stacked against them, but when an easy score goes wrong, they find themselves on the darkest side of the sunniest place in America, in the middle of a criminal conspiracy stretching across the state of Leonida, forced to rely on each other more than ever if they want to make it out alive. So when I hear an easy score goes wrong, you know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking GTA 5, kind of like how we have the prologue that we're doing the score at the beginning. It was Michael, Trevor, Brad. Brad got killed by the feds. Michael got shot and managed to get away. Trevor didn't get shot. Michael faked his death. Trevor presumed him to be dead. He ran off with the money, lived a completely different life for 9 years, and then Trevor shows up at his doorstep. We've all played it to death. I'm not saying anything you're not aware of, right? And that's what pops up in my mind. Obviously, it's GTA, so there has to be some sort of criminality, some corrupt cops. Yeah, some robbery of some sort. So this is standard stuff. And then the whole Bonnie and Clyde aspect of it too. We might, more than likely, no, not more than likely, definitely, even from just trailer 2 we saw it. We're definitely gonna get some romance, a romance perspective on the story as well, which I feel like I'm gonna enjoy that. I really do. I heard rumors, or I think it might even be here, that Jason was in the military, the army. So I'd love to see his backstory. And Lucia's as well. I'm sure they'll get into that. I hope. Alright, so look at this pretty transition. Oh, look at this. The heck? Alright, there we go. This looks like a really high-end cologne commercial. Look at this. Look at that. Stunning. Alright, so let's go over Jason's synopsis. He looks so good. He's probably the best looking GTA character I've seen so far, male character. Alright, so let's get into it. The models have improved vastly. I've already gone over the hair, the skin, the pores. Perfection. I feel like I don't need to say anything else. The forearm hairs, man, I swear. Alright, so Jason Duval. Jason wants an easy life, but things just keep getting harder. Jason grew up around grifters and crooks after a stint in the army. Okay, there it is. It is, because I know I read it somewhere. After a stint in the army trying to shake off his troubled teens, he found. Oh, so he's one of those types that ran off into the army as soon as he became of age. Okay. He found himself in the Keys doing what he knows best, working for local drug runners. It might be time to try something new. Yeah, and then on top of that, too, it's Miami. I believe I said this in the trailer 2 reaction. I don't remember if I did, but anywho, it's Miami. And what is Miami known for? Opulence, luxury, and a lot of coke. So drug running is a must. I feel like we're gonna see all the elements from the previous GTA games. I'm not sure why I'm doing this. It's to emphasize the point I'm trying to make. You're just gonna reel in all the functionalities. They showed bodybuilding in the trailer, so we know that's coming back. Drug running, because it's Miami. It's not Miami if drugs isn't involved. So that's that GTA Chinatown Wars drug system coming back. Obviously more advanced, I presume. What other specific things that weren't in 5? I can't think of anything right now, but yeah, you know what I mean. Some nice shots of him. The detail on the guns, it's just. Is this Lucia's hand? This kind of looks like a male hand. Yeah, that looks like a male hand. The detail on his watch, my god. The reflection of the glass. Could go over this all day. These could be thumbnail pics. I love that they put these there, so if you needed a thumbnail. Oh, it's Cal's hand. Okay. That's the guy. Because I know those are male hands. Look at the watch. It shows the time. You know, the watch probably shows the time just like the in-game clock likely does. It's probably going to be synced up to it. And then there's a stack of cash. Individual dollar bills. Okay, let me stop. If anything happens, I'm right behind you. I'm guessing that's between Jason and Lucia. I'm trying to see that transition again. I'm right behind you. Another name Paradise, right? Meeting Lucia could be the best or worst thing to ever happen to him. Jason knows how he'd like it to turn out, but right now it's hard to tell. Yeah, so what we saw from trailer 2, obviously they knew each other already. But like I said, I'm sure they're gonna dive into his past and all of that cool stuff. He's looking very nice in his shirt. It's just the visuals are just perfect. Look at the texturing on the gun, the detail. Look at that. Look at that shit. The texturing of the skin looks like actual real human skin. I'm looking at my hand right now, and his hand looks like mine, and I'm an actual real person, unlike him. We saw this, well, at least I saw it when I was fishing for thumbnails. Oh, and where it comes down to details again, look at the fishing rod. You can actually see the individual steel wires, or I believe it's a really strong plastic. I don't remember. I haven't touched a fishing rod in years. But yeah, there's that. You can see the detail. I would just go on yachts and just sail nonstop. I have to get my PS5 Pro this summer. Yeah, so that's Jason and Lucy. Let me just look at the hair again. I remember Digital Foundry saying that the resolution for the hair looks a bit lower than the resolution for everything else. I imagine hair is really tricky for them to do. It's especially noticeable on Lucia's hair. I'm guessing given the volume of it. Not so much on Jason's. There's less issues on his. Good man, look at that sliding. He's honestly so pretty. They both are. And honestly, I'm not so much because all of the people are like, oh, Lucia has a big you know what and gooning and all of that, but I feel like I'm desensitized to that at this point. You see so much of it on social media, it's like it's whatever at this point, you know? Lucia Caminos. Lucia's father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk. I hope we get to see backstory on her like family life. I really like seeing characters' backstories. Life has been coming at her swinging ever since. Fighting for her family landed her in the Leonida penitentiary. I wonder what the story is behind that. I imagine they're going to give us some insight of that as well. I really hope. I don't see why they wouldn't. Sheer luck got her out. Lucia's learned from her lesson. Only smart moves from here. Sweat, sweat. And then there's the AirPods. I wanted to allow us to put AirPods in game. So like you could be walking on the street and then there's an option to like select your AirPods. This is likely a cutscene thing though, but that would be cool. You could just select your AirPods in game and just walk around with the music just blasting in your ears. So you don't necessarily have to be in a car. More than anything, Lucia wants the good life her mom has dreamed of since their days in Liberty City, but instead of half-baked fantasies, Lucia is prepared to take matters into her own hands. Look at this. One more time. The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got. And she's right. That's in this real world, that's really what matters. The only other thing I'd add to that list is what you look like, your looks, because that's really important as well. But she's spot on with this. When I heard it in the trailer, I was like, yup. That's so true. A life with Jason could be her way out. Fresh out of prison and ready to change the odds in her favor, Lucia's committed to her plan no matter what it takes. I'm guessing some big score. My eyes are itching. Hold on, give me a second. Wait, no. I'm gonna use my mic cover to wipe my eyes. My handkerchief isn't nearby. Ow, that was so coarse. Yeah, you can see the frizzling of her hair with the low resolution. Hopefully they fix this. The hair is spectacular, but hopefully they fix this. All right. So, oh, I like this fit. This is a nice fit. Again, the imperfections on the skin, which I wouldn't even call imperfections. That's just the texture of skin, the nature of skin. You can see it in the slight blemishes. Look at the lips. You can see it on the lips as well. Perfection. I could gloss over it all day. I could talk about how good the graphics are, all, and it's the small things too. It's the small things that really add up. Yeah, I'm really liking her fit here. I'm not really sure what this chain is, but I'm loving the fit. Jason is so pretty, man. Where? All right, so only Leonida. When the sun fades and the neon glows, everyone has something to gain and more to lose. Cal Hampton. What if everything on the internet was true? Jason's friend and a fellow associate of Brian's, Cal feels safest hanging at home, snooping on Coast Guard comms with a few beers and some private browser tabs open. Already just off of that last part, I know what type of guy he is. I know the type of man he is. But I feel like he's gonna be a vibe. Violence is good. Thanks, video games. Is that a selfie stick? What is that? No, that's not a selfie stick. That looks like some golf stick. Some weird looking. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Um, what is this? Oh, this is definitely Coke or money or both. There are way too many birds flying around in perfect formation. Bro could lose a few pounds. I, on the other hand, have to gain weight. Psychopaths are in charge, get used to it. You know, I can really appreciate just chilling in the pool on a floaty. I need to do this one day. Whenever I do happen to go to a pool anytime soon, because I don't remember the last time I did. The psychopaths are in charge. Get used to it. Cal is now at the low tide of America and happy here. There, casual, paranoid, loves company, but his friend Jason has bigger plans. Visit Leonida. Finally, the section that I'm interested in, really interested in, that is. Oh, okay, nice. So, videos. Oh, I mean, this is all trailer 2 footage. We saw this. So, anywho, places. This is where we were. Let's just start from the top. What the heck? Alright, you know what? Let me just go back. I could have just pressed it still, but I don't know. I just like to start from the top. Alright, where were we? Alright, here we are. Okay, visit Leonida. Tour a few of the must-see destinations across the Sunshine State. Now, this is a beautiful shot. The Keys. Well, no, we're not there yet. Yeah, we'll get to Booby Ike in a second. Alright, everything in excess. We're still a long way from the 80s, but Vice City is still the sun and fun capital of America, the glamour, hustle, and greed of America captured in a single city. Each neighborhood has something to offer, from the pastel art deco hotels and bright white sands of Ocean Beach to the bustling panaderias of Little Cuba and the bootleg brands of the Tishawaka Flea Market. Out to the VC port, Vice City, obviously, the cruise ship capital of the world. And this is a nice hotel pick. I am looking forward to coming here in the game. I really am. This kind of looks like Pharrell. Really does. Look at this. Beautiful. Alright, what's next? I'm seeing basketball pictures, so I'm guessing we'll be able to play that. I'm expecting a lot of sports. I'm expecting so much. We all are. And I'm just taking in the details of the environment. This guy kind of looks like Gunna. Why isn't this loaded? What's this? Oh, there we go. Some more pics, really. All right. Is that it? Where's the other? Alright, Booby Ike. It's all about heart, the Jack of Hearts. Booby is a local Vice City legend and acts like it, one of the few to transform his time in the streets into a legitimate empire spanning real estate, a strip club, and a recording studio. Booby is all smiles until it's time to top business. Yeah, he's pretty much the kingpin type guy, as you can tell from the presumably GTA equivalent of Versace and chains and watches and rings and champagne. He kind of looks like, yeah, do I want to say Rick Ross? It kind of looks like a mix between Ice Cube and Rick Ross. I see it. I definitely see it. The club money pay for the studio and the drug money pay for it all. That alone should tell you everything you need to know about this guy. And clearly he's going to be very integral to the story. Obviously, because he's on here. Everybody that's on here is like pretty significant. Alright, so top quality cuts. Booby might seem like he's just out for himself, but it's his partnership with the young aspiring music mogul Jaquan Priest. That's his last name. They didn't put it here, but we know that already. For only raw records that he's most invested in. Now they just need a hit. Okay, I was wondering where the other places were, but I guess I just needed to keep scrolling. Leonida Keys. Alright, let me just explore that real quick, and then we'll get to Draquan. Gateway to Paradise. The dress code is casual, the bars are loaded. Life in this tropical archipelago isn't flashy, but it's easy. Get your buzz on and pull up a deck chair, but look out, you are right on the doorstep of some of the most beautiful and dangerous waters in all of America. Some nice pics. Older lady on a bike. A scooter, electric scooter. This looks like a tour bus. And this looks a lot like my country, Jamaica. Where you're just driving through the I don't want to say city because it's not the city area. You're just driving through and you see the shops, the tourist shops, and we have this iguana and yeah, all that stuff going on. What is that, a dog? Or a wolf or a fox? I don't know. Anyway. Seaplane, of course. A lot of shrubbery going on. I imagine there's going to be a lot of things hidden in here. And then the typical Miami bridge that we're used to. I think this is the one Iron Man flew over in Iron Man 3 when he saved the people from that plane. I think that might be it, yeah. The Rusty Anchor, which I believe is a bar, for sure, given the beer bottles here. They didn't show too much underwater stuff, but I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more wildlife, scuba diving and whatnot. Yacht parties is a given. It's Miami. It's literally it doesn't work if there's no. So we know for a fact that's gonna be there. Draquan Priest. Only Raw Records. I said I didn't put the name there, but I just didn't get to it yet. Only Raw Records. Draquan was always more of a hustler than a gangster, even when he was dealing on the streets to make ends meet. Breaking into music was the goal. I respect the hustle. I really do. Like I said in the previous video, these two look like the city girls. Let's see what this is on. Nice suit, nice suit. Loving the transition. And the hair, look at the hair. You know what? You know whose hair in particular I'm really impressed with in this game? The black people's hair. There's a guy that has an afro and it looks that did it so well. And hers as well. Dances are like my A&Rs. If the record's a hit, DJ's gonna be spinning it. Nice, nice. This almost looks like a real life picture. I honestly, looking at this, I thought it was. And this one too, but more this. Probably the angle though. You're with the label though, know that he's signed the real dimes. Draquan's days of booking acts into movie strip club might be numbered as he sets his sights on the Vice City scene. Grass Rivers, nice. I hope I'll be done soon. I've been recording for a while. 20 minutes, okay, I need to speed it up. Welcome to the wetlands, the untamable jewel of Leonida's crown. You'll never know what lies beneath the surface of this primordial expanse. The gators may be the most famous attraction, but there are far deadlier predators and weirder discoveries among the mangroves. I'm speaking so fast. I know there's going to be a lot of hunting for sure. So, yeah, these guys are clearly alligator hunters. And then and then you have I don't know what this vehicle is called. I'm gonna have to look it up. Boat with fan. Airboat. Okay, good, good. Airboats, good. So I know what that is. So there's clearly going to be a lot of swamp activities, I'm sure. And this is a beautiful shot, by the way. Look at the 3 alligators slash crocs driving through the swamp. All right, so Real Dimes, viral videos, viral hooks, Baylux and Roxy, aka Real Dimes. I'm pretty sure these two are based off of the City Girls. I'm gonna keep saying that. Have been friends since high school. Girls with the savvy to turn their time shaking down local dealers into cold hard cash via spicy rap tracks and a relentless social media presence. That chain goes so hard. She looks like young Miami. She really does. I see it. I really see it. Look at the hair. The chain. This is my favorite shot. The visuals are insane. All my dimes in this club, meet my twin, make it a dub. Alright, 1 hit away from fame, an early hit single with local rapper Downplay, that's how I'm pronouncing that. Took Real Dimes to new heights. Now after 5 years and a whole lot of trouble, they're signed to only Raw Records, hoping like Lincoln strike twice. Port Gellhorn, this is so long. Pause. Cheap motels, shut down attractions, and empty strip malls will bring the tourists back, but there's a new economy in this once popular vacation spot. It's fueled by malt liquor, painkillers, and truck stop energy drinks. Jump on a dirt bike and hold on to your wallet. Okay, so this is like the rundown part of town. Alright, so motels. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time here. Is this Brian? Nah, Brian is a bit more chubby than that. This is definitely some drug of some sort. Yeah. Oh, look at the stomach hair too. Look at that. The clothes are so well textured too. Alright, let's head on back. Raul, I almost said Raul Bautista, and let me just say I'm loving the. I don't even want to go too woke with this, but I'm loving the Hispanic representation. But it's Miami, so it's to be expected. Experience counts, confidence, charm, and cunning. Raul's a seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent, ready to take the risks that bring the biggest rewards. So he's our GTA 6's Michael. Better looking version. I'm sorry, Michael. It's just true. Stereotypical alpha male looking guy. I spoke on the detail on his face, and I really don't think there's much more I could say. Look at the reflections on the and this shot. Look at this. Life is full of surprises, my friend. I think we'll all be wiser to remember that. Nice tux. And there's another pic that really impressed me. Look at this. I can't zoom in, but look at the texturing of the individual dollar bills, the glove reflections, the jacket text. Let me stop. Let me just stop, because this video is going to be half hour if I keep going. A professional adapts. Paul's recklessness raises the stakes with every score. Sooner or later, his crew will have to double down or pull their chips from the table. Ambrosia. Are we almost done? I hope so. I'm going too fast. Keeping Leonida sweet, the battle for the health and wealth of Leonida begins here. In the heart of Leonida, American industry and old school values still reign supreme, whatever the cost. The Allied Crystal Sugar Refinery provides jobs, while the local biker gang provides almost everything else. Okay, so we're in the industrial part of Leonida. Biker gangs, sugar mills, factories, all of that jazz. This is the type of white woman black men would be interested in. But that kind of like the nose ring. She's not repulsive. Might be a bit chubby, but stop talking. Let me stop talking. Wildfires. I like that smile. I really do. Oh, it's a car wash. Okay, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. And the car interiors are going to be out of this world. I feel like I'm living in the future, man. I swear. Brian Header. Header, I don't know. Nothing better than a mudslide at sunset. Brian's a classic drug runner from the golden age of smuggling in the Keys, still moving product through his boat yard with his third wife, Lori. Brian's been around long enough to let others do his dirty work. Nice pick. I thought this was real life when I first saw it too. I'm guessing that's the current wife. I hauled so much grass in that plane, I could make the state of Leonida levitate. Yeah, I'm guessing that's his third wife. Is it the same as that one? Oh yeah, I think it's her. Yeah, I think it's her. Looks like a Leonida beach bum, moves like a great white shark. Brian's letting Jason live rent-free at one of his properties so long as he helps with the local shakedowns and stops by for Lori's Sangria once in a while. It's a type of cocktail. I googled it last time. Let me just show a pic of that. Why does my Wi-Fi decide to move slow when I'm recording and trying to get this done as fast as possible? Thank you. It's a drink with a lot of fruits in it. You get the jizz. And then my computer wants to lag again. Alright, so Mount Calaga National Park. So this is where I'm gonna do all of my fun, adventurous white people activities. Wild, wild country, room to breathe on the state's northern fringes. So this is the equivalent to Mount Chiliad, those whereabouts. A national landmark up against the state's northern border, Mount Calaga offers prime hunting, fishing, and off-road trails. In the lush surrounding backgrounds, and I love the font style, by the way. I don't think this could have been any better. In the lush surrounding backwoods, hillbilly mystics and paranoid radicals live far away from the prying eyes of the government. I think I saw this one. Details, details. California wildfires, will that be in it? Not California, my bad. Miami, given the heat waves that place faces. That's a raccoon, I think. Yeah, that looks like a raccoon. Might be able to do some dirt bike stuff. No, not might. Definitely, I'm looking at it. I don't know why I said that. Hunting, of course, of course, of course. Look at the textures on those trees. Ridiculous. I don't know what to say about that one. When I saw this looks so photorealistic. I thought this was real life again. So, I shouldn't be thinking about this, but I wonder what 7's gonna look like. Flood gauge. Kayaking, I get to do that. Alright. Oh, I like that outro. So they're closing up by closing the trunk. That was so well done. Coming May 6, 2026. Why does this give me issues? It messes up the transition when it lags. Alright, so that's that, guys. I checked out the website. I'm gonna do a reaction to the tiny details you missed in trailer 2. I saw a video that had like 100 of them, so I'll be checking that out. Hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. And I will see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.